Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Becca if we have never met before, and this is my channel where I talk about all the houseplant things. And today we're going to be talking specifically about cactus and succulents and their soil. As we know, I am a self-proclaimed cactus queen. I grew up in Tucson, Arizona, one of the big hotspots for cactus growing natively, and I feel like I have a pretty good understanding of how to take care of cactus. And in all of my years of collecting, I've realized that one of the biggest problems that people encounter with cactus is having the wrong soil or just not knowing what soil to use. In a lot of the commercial mixes, it's mostly soil and hardly any additives or things that would bring a lot of air into the soil, which is something that cactus really need. So I've kind of come to the conclusion that if that's the mix on the shelves, and that's what people are using on their plants, then that is probably the reason why so many people struggle so much. With all of this talk of soil, I wanted to introduce you to today's sponsor of this video. I'm so excited to introduce you to Tank's Green Stuff. They are a local soil company here in Tucson, Arizona. I have been testing out a few of their products for the last couple of months, and to tell you the truth, it is the best cactus soil I have ever used or seen in my life. In a previous video, you actually saw me use it on one of my sansevierias, which, you know, I usually use a more chunky mixture for sansevieria, and that plant has been so happy. It's just the coolest thing to see it all come together. So I have some information about Tank's Green Stuff, and within this information, you are going to learn so much about what makes a good cactus soil, and also a little bit more of the process of how soil is actually made, which prior to working with this company and like being in contact with them so much, I had never even thought about how cactus was made. So Tank's Green Stuff is a local family-owned business which takes landscaping clippings from the community that would normally wind up in a landfill, and they actually recycle all of that and create the soil that we know today. What they like to say is that they are closing the loop by taking that organic material, recycling it, and reusing it in our plants. I actually got to visit their composting facility, and it was so cool to see the process of soil. I got to sort of go down row by row. It was like huge long rows of compost. You get to see the soil from like being a bunch of sticks and organic material all the way down to being something more like a soil that we're familiar with now today. Like I said before, this cactus mix is genuinely the best cactus mix I have ever used in my life because it is so airy. In a lot of commercial cactus mixes, it's so heavy on soil, and I would never actually use that by itself on my cactus. Like, I just would not trust it. But with this mixture, where is it? This mixture right over here, I'm going to show you just a couple close-ups of it. I feel so comfortable potting my cactus directly into that, and I have no worries about rotting or anything like that. So this mixture is actually special because it contains pro-cocoa coir chips, which is a recycled organic material that actually takes 5 or more years to break down in the pot. Basically, a lot of commercial soils contain a lot of organic materials that break down really fast, and so that will result in compacting of the soil, which makes it a lot harder for those roots to breathe. So with this mixture, with the cocoa and the pumice and the very small amount of actual soil, the soil does not compact down because it isn't decomposing in the pot. So this soil is specifically made to give the roots a lot of air, which is exactly what all houseplants need, but especially cactus and succulents. The second product that they showed me is this right here. This is their natural organic super mix fertilizer. It's so easy to use, and the best part about it is it can be used on every single kind of plant, indoor, outdoor, cactus, succulent, whatever you want to use it on. A little bit goes a long way as well. So if you buy this bag right here, this will last you like a really long time. So if you would like to learn more about Tank's Green Stuff and all of their soil options and buying options, you can definitely check down in the description box below. I will have every single bit of information I could possibly give you about them and where to find them. They do sell on Amazon, but if you don't want to buy from Amazon, you can email them for an order, give them a call, or you can go onto their website, and if you're in Arizona, they are in a lot of our local retailers. Okay, so now that I have told you about them and educated you a little bit more about cactus soil and why it's so important to have the right one, let's get into repotting and situating this right here. Okay, so I have some plants over here that I want to add into here because if you are at all familiar with how I make these, I prefer to have like a lot of stuff in it because I find that that is the easiest way to fill it up, just make it look really nice, and also you don't need as much soil, so there isn't as much water retention. But honestly, I feel like with this new soil, that is not going to be as big of a problem for me. I have my cactus gloves, which I get questions about kind of often. These are just gloves that I found at Lowe's. They're honestly nothing special. They do have like a thick protective layer right here. Let me show you on the close-up camera. And I mean, it works out pretty nicely. I feel like my hands are secure when I wear these. The spines do get through sometimes depending on the type of plant that I'm repotting, but you know, it's better than my bare hands. So my first job is to dig out everything in here because honestly, I think I'm gonna do a total soil replacement. These blue cactus boys have been really, really happy actually. They are growing a lot, really fast, which is a good thing. Okay, so what I always do when I make these is just fill in the bottom here with soil, and then I start placing the plants and seeing what goes where, what looks good. Also, something that I should say, I get questions about this scoop very, very often, and I got it from RT1 Home when I worked with them, and I'm pretty sure that I still have a discount code that is valid. If it's still valid, you get 10% off, so it's BDLP10 for 10% off of RT1 Home. And that's where I got the soil scoop. That's also where I got my white repotting tarp, which I should be using right now, but I'm not. Okay, so I would say that this is about halfway filled, and now I'm going to start filling in the cacti. This one, I liked it over in this corner, so I'm just gonna like dig that in ever so slightly. Part of the hard part of making these is this part where you're adding in the plants when it's halfway full, because like, are they gonna fall over? Are they gonna stand up straight? I would like to put this spiralis in here, but maybe over here on this side since it's like taller. And to be honest with you, this spiralis is not in the greatest soil that it could be. Like, I should have repotted it a long time ago. I just never did, and now I think it might be dead. I hope it's not, but I just have a feeling it's not in good shape. And if it is not in good shape, I've learned my lesson. Ah! See, this is what I mean. They don't want to stand up straight. I wouldn't either. With these, you want to put the shorter plants in the front. It's kind of like school pictures, which honestly I hated because I was always in the back with the boys, and I'm not even that tall. I'm like 5'5", and I was still always in the back with the boys. Ugh. We'll get our other prickly pear up in the front. You might be wondering why I'm not wearing gloves on both hands. We'll have to talk to Leo about that one, because for some reason he loves playing with my garden gloves, and I have no idea where the other one is. Ouch! Okay, the rest of these are ones that need to be buried a little bit more, so now I'm gonna start scooping the soil back in. Okay. Oh, this looks so good! Yes! I'm a real cactus girl now. I've got the right soil. It's amazing. It looks so good. This just like aesthetically looks good as well. I love it. Ouch! Oh, look at her, standing up straight. She's doing her best. Amazing. Very good. Okay, your turn. Okay, so now is the part where I'm going to add in all the other guys, all the little ones, and then we are done. So let me turn this around so that I can... Okay, that was very uncool and you just made a huge mess. So, thanks. I have a rainbow cactus. This little guy. We're gonna put this in the front right here. Okay. You guys, if there, oh dang it, there's one that I missed. All right, you guys, that is all for this video. I'm so glad that I was finally able to restore this beautiful cactus pot mix family. If you are interested in checking out this cactus soil again, I would highly, highly, highly recommend it. Also, don't forget to check out their organic fertilizer. I will have all the information down below for Tank's Green Stuff. Again, if you want to order from them, they are on Amazon as well as email or phone call orders. and I will link their website down below so that you can find their Arizona retailers. I really appreciate you guys watching this video. If you liked it, make sure you give it a big thumbs up and let me know if you want to see any more cactus content, because honestly, I love cactus content. Alright, you guys, I'll see you in the next one. Bye!